The Beaches podcast is going to give you everything you want to know about a beach before you go there. I hope you enjoy the show. Be sure to check out our website, www.sandee.com. Without further ado, let's get into the show.
All right, so picture this, okay. Southern tip of Africa, where the raw power of nature basically slams right into this energetic city.
Yeah. We're talking Cape Town, South Africa. And what's cool is we actually have an excerpt from a listener, talking about this very place.
Oh, I love this. Yeah, it's like we get to personalize this deep dive, make it about what you want to know.
Exactly. And looking at this excerpt, it seems like you've got your finger right on the pulse of Cape Town. You mentioned Table Mountain, Robben Island, the Cape Winelands.
The heavy hitters. Right off the bat. But maybe before we fully jump into it, maybe just a quick little geography lesson for anyone who hasn't, pulled out a map lately.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we are talking about the southwestern tip of Africa here,
Yeah.
Literally where the Atlantic and Indian Oceans decide to high five.
Yeah. So it's a coastal city right on the edge of the continent, and that kind of sets the stage for everything,
100%. And it's funny you should mention the coast because imagine this. You're strolling along the Victoria and Alfred waterfront, maybe grabbing some lunch,
Fish and chips, maybe.
Exactly. But then you look up and bam, Table Mountain just kind of hits you right in the face.
It's like this majestic giant just casually watching over the city.
And that's Cape Town in a nutshell, this crazy cool blend of nature and urban excitement.
Which actually brings us back to that Table Mountain thing.
Yeah.
Our listener totally right to call that out as a must-see. So question for you. Hiking to the top or cable car?
Well, look, I'm not going to lie. Hiking up Table Mountain, it's no walk in the park. Literally, it's a solid workout for sure. But when you reach that summit, man, talk about a reward. The views, the feeling of accomplishment.
Yeah, but I am picturing those stairs and cable car it is.
Yeah.
I'm all about those panoramic views, but maybe with a side of, less sweat.
I feel you. And hey, the cable car ride itself is pretty amazing too.
True. But, okay, moving on to something maybe a little less vertically challenging. Our listener also mentioned Robben Island. And that's a place where, history just drips from the walls.
It's not just history. It's heavy history,
Yeah.
This is where Nelson Mandela was imprisoned for 18 years. It was a key part of the whole apartheid system.
And I think that's what really gets me about Robben Island. It's not just dates and names in a textbook. It's about real people and their stories of resilience.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, did you know that the prisoners there actually had this secret garden? They'd share the little food they could grow, a symbol of defiance,
Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, see, this is why I love these deep dives. Always learning something new.
Always. But, okay, ready for a bit of a change of pace? Because our listener also mentioned the Cape Winelands, and that's a whole other side of what makes this region so amazing.
Okay, yeah, from political history to, the perfect Cabernet. It's quite the shift.
But that's kind of the beauty of Cape Town, right? It's got all these different flavors. But yeah, the winelands. Think rolling vineyards, picturesque little towns, that kind of old world European charm, and obviously lots and lots of wine.
I'm already sold. But speaking of flavors, I heard a rumor about a dish called bo booty that's supposed to be a Cape Town staple. Any thoughts on that?
Okay, bobodi, it's this delicious mix of flavors. Spiced minced meat, dried fruit, baked with this creamy egg custard topping. You just got to try it. I can't even describe it.
All right, add it to the list. But we got to remember, Cape Town is so much more than just these big highlights.
Oh, tons more. You got the Victoria and Alfred waterfront, which is this buzzing hub right on the harbor. Street performers, shops, restaurants, you name it.
And don't forget about those beaches. We got to talk about the beaches.
Oh, yeah. I mean, how could we forget the beaches? And the cool thing is, each beach in Cape Town is its own little world. Camps Bay, you've got the beautiful people. Boulders Beach, you've got the penguins. Muizenberg, you've got the colorful Victorian bathing huts.
It's like a beach for every mood.
Exactly. I mean, that's the thing about Cape Town. It's not just about, checking off boxes. It's about, finding what speaks to you.
It's about writing your own Cape Town story.
100%. Yeah. And I think that's what our listener is on the verge of doing.
So as you plan your adventure, think about this. What story will you tell? What will you discover at the edge of a continent?
Thanks for listening to the show, and be sure to tune in next week for your favorite episode about some of the best beaches and beach information in the world.